You're listening to Confidence with Katie, a podcast created for ambitious, savvy women who are ready to embrace their inner badass. If you're ready to figure out exactly what you want and how to get there, I want you to jump on in and join me, public speaker, executive coach, fire starter, and your podcast host, Katie Langford. Hello, fabulous. I'm Katie, and I just want you to know how happy you are making my team and I because you are here for Confidence with Katie, episode number 18. What exactly is a badass? Now, before we go any further, I want you to know that I'm going to use that word multiple times. So if you have little ones in the room and it's not something you want them to hear, you might want to hit pause and pick this up later. If you know me at all, you know I love the word badass. I love to use it to describe the fabulous women in my life, all of my clients, and I totally embrace the word for myself. But I do get asked, what exactly is a badass? And I know women that once I describe it, and they clearly are one, they say it just doesn't describe them. I also know that it doesn't matter how confident or how amazing, sometimes we just don't feel like it. So I'm also providing tips in this episode on how to get you back into a badass state of mind. First, I want to celebrate some awesome women who inspire me. This week's badasses of the week are none other than the Duchess of Sussex, Meghan Markle's friends. Yes. Now, some of you may not know this, but I am officially obsessed with the royals. In fact, if you go on my phone and pull up people.com, it automatically goes to the royals page. I really cannot get enough. When Meghan and Prince Harry got married, I threw a watching party complete with tiaras for everyone and an English breakfast for all my peeps. Now, I digress. Let's get back to this. Meghan Markle is one of the most talked about and photographed women on the planet. And now that she's a royal, she has all these rules of what can be said and what can't. I mean, she had to take down her freaking blog, for goodness sake. She has rules of what can be responded to and what can't, which makes her friends amazeballs. A few weeks ago, they gave an interview to People magazine to talk about the real Meg, as they know her. Here's the thing I love about this. They care about her and love her fiercely. They love her so much that they are willing to stand up for her even when she can't stand up for herself. So, here's to Meghan's friends. May we surround ourselves with beautiful friends like these. And may we also be a beautiful friend to others. Now, let's get back to today's question. Today we're answering, what exactly is a badass? And we're also going to answer a lot of other questions like, how do I know if I am one? And what if I know I want to be one, but I don't know how? And I'm going to share with you why I love the word. To answer all of those questions, I am going deep into my journal and sharing something that is really personal to me. I'm sharing my manifesto, What is a Badass? I originally wrote this on November 7th, 2016. At the time, I was only about 6 months into my business, and I really didn't know what all of this was going to become. Heck, I still don't know what we're going to become, but I really didn't even know what I was doing. I was planning some really big, bold things, but I was scared. And at the time, I was working with a coach who asked me to really think through this idea of a badass because I kept talking about it. And I kept saying, I want to give a speech. I want to give a presentation called Embrace Your Inner Badass. And so she asked me to sit down and write, what exactly is a badass? Here's what's funny. I wrote this because I wanted to inspire myself. But not only has it done that for me, it has also become a guide for me on how I want to impact the amazing, beautiful, kick-ass women that I serve. So, without further ado, ripping a page out of my journal and I'm sharing this with you. What is a badass? A badass is someone who believes in herself and her dreams. She gets scared, but takes action anyway. She wants to live life on her terms, not based on what someone else wants for her. She makes tough decisions. She knows that the feeling of fear is a gift that tells her she is about to experience growth. A badass doesn't let her dreams interfere with the dreams of others. In fact, a badass supports the women around them. She takes chances. She believes her dreams will come true. She isn't afraid to be who she is. She embraces her strengths, finds ways to use them, and is proud of what she brings to the table. A badass knows that celebrating her success isn't braggadocious or boastful. It's a way to remind her and others that she is a super badass. She lifts others up. She doesn't want to be the only person in life winning, so she takes the time and effort to help those around her get there too. She knows there's no such thing as being normal. Normal for her is embracing exactly who she is. She recognizes that although she may want to be Wonder Woman, she has to put her oxygen mask on first. She knows that when she takes care of herself and her well-being, she will be more valuable to those around her. She doesn't mind when people challenge her because she knows that they are looking at life through their very unique lens. A badass has a purpose outside of herself. She believes she can and will make the world a better place. She has learned that she defines what success looks like. She doesn't need to bend to someone else's definition of success. A badass gives herself grace, and she gives it to others as well. She knows that being a badass is a marathon, not a sprint. She has an attitude of gratitude. She knows that the magic happens when she takes action. She knows that the comfort zone will only be comfortable temporarily. A badass knows that her tribe is more valuable than anything she could possibly measure. She doesn't have to be a size 2. She recognizes that the body she is in is her vehicle to live out her purpose. A badass will fail, get up, try again. Fail, get up, try again. Fail, get up, try again. Fail, get up. Well, you get the point. A badass knows how to be secure with what she brings to the table. She doesn't need to compete with the others in the room. She just needs to be the best version of herself. A badass isn't afraid to explore how she can be the best version of herself. She's not afraid to ask for help. She recognizes that it will take a village. She also recognizes that by aiming to be better each and every single day, she is using the present to her advantage. A badass asks for what she wants, and she doesn't feel bad about it at all. A badass knows how to laugh at herself. She knows that she can do anything she sets her mind to. She takes risks. She celebrates successes. She is a badass. What did you think about when you listened to that? Do you think about women you know? Women you admire? Do you think about yourself? If you didn't see yourself in that manifesto, you might not have been looking in the right places. Because you, sister, you are there. You might not feel it now, but you have been there in the past and what you've overcome, and you will be there again. You're sitting there shaking your head no, saying, that is not me. At least it isn't me now. I want you to keep listening. First of all, we all feel this way sometimes. And when I feel like this, and believe me, I have felt it before and I will again. In fact, the whole reason that I'm sharing this particular topic with you, the whole reason that I'm busting out my personal journal is because this week I haven't felt like a badass. It's been a hard one. I have felt overwhelmed, and I felt like I had nothing to say to you. And I also have begun to question things that are happening in my business, question things that I want to do. And so I had to figure out how to reconnect with this. And so I'm going to give you my 3 strategies that I always lean on to bring me back to badassery. So here they are. Number 1, surround yourself with people who are. Listen, a rising tide lifts all ships, right? Get in the presence of people who are going where you want to go. Get in the presence of people who are doing what you want to do. Get in the presence of people living how you want to live. Ask them, how did they do it? Look at them, watch them, listen to what they're saying. Begin to use their advice. Because sister, if you know someone that is already in the place where you want to be, they know what trail you need to take. They know what steps you need to take. So ask them. Surround yourself with people who are already badasses. Number 2, commit to 3 actions that you will take to get you closer to where you want to be. So often when I get overwhelmed, I don't know how you are, but I freeze. And in fact, I don't just freeze. Sometimes I flee. I just think if I ignore the situation, it will go away. This is something I've been doing my whole entire life. And it's something that I continue to see in myself. And this week, when I felt so paralyzed by some big things happening in my world, I just wanted to get back into bed and hide under the covers. But that doesn't help you. So you have to take actions. And here's why I want you to take 3 actions, because sometimes 1 isn't enough. So let's talk about it. If you want to get a promotion, have you actually talked to your boss about it? Have you raised your hand for a project? Have you articulated exactly what you want? If you've been thinking about going back to school, have you gone and done any research? Have you physically gone to the MBA info session? Have you started to look at your finances and see what it might take? What about you, sister? You, the one who wants to get a new job. Have you dusted off your resume? Have you started to get clear on what you really want? Have you talked to anyone about it? See, action is the difference between sitting here inspired, thinking you can and should do something, and actually getting you where you want to go. Right? We said earlier that a badass, she tries things. She takes risks. So you got to do it. You got to commit to 3 action steps. And number 3, claim it. That's right. Claim that you are a badass. Start acting like it. Start failing and then getting up and trying again. Start embracing who you are, all of it. Start asking for help when you need it. Start letting people in your life know what you want. Start taking risks. Start celebrating your successes. Start lifting up your fellow women, and not just the ones who you are friends with or you agree with. All women. Start by claiming you are a badass and then act accordingly. As always, my goal is to inspire you and add value to your very unique life. I really do want to help you get where you want to go. If Confidence with Katie is giving you some of that inspiration, I ask that would you go on and subscribe on iTunes or the listening app that you use? If this message, if it resonates, would you be willing to share it and send it to sisters and people that you know that should hear it? Will you rate us? Will you leave a comment? Share this with a friend. That's how you help us reach our goal to inspire, motivate, and impact the lives of women just like you. Thanks for listening to Confidence with Katie. I hope the episode helped you feel more empowered to take control of your dream life and your dream career. Go start igniting those fires and embrace your inner badass. Until next time, badasses.